Hello. ¿Qué man? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me today. So, if you have any questions, guys, just shoot them in the chat box. So, currently, I'm just doing my dailies for Exos, my main account, and I'm sure you guys are actually excited about what was teased yesterday for FC Dorka. We will have PvP later. Just gonna finish up my what do you call this? My dailies and yeah, same here. Dehi, same here. Hopefully we hopefully we get copies of her because again she's being used right now in PvP and she's actually overpowered at this point. I do hope that once she comes out, she the additions more or less won't be that that overpowering that she destroys the game. So more or less, I'm hoping that the additional skills would be very very good to her. Hey Furs, what's up? Yeah, we actually got power at around 3:30. So today actually we we had power interruptions in my neighborhood, so I was actually lucky to set up the stream earlier, at around 3:30. Yeah, that is. So first, we're actually good for Monday for Exos. Sorry, for counter side stream. Yep. Thanks, Chang. Thanks, Jiong. Um, is only first following counter side here, or other viewers are actually following counter side? Isu. Okay. Well, Siakan actually got his rework already. It wasn't that much. For Baraka, I think he needs one, and Ramji, kinda just to keep up, because um there are a lot of they're actually converting what do you call this? They're actually converting some of the Black Fate cores already, doing some reworks, and hopefully there have been good reworks actually recently. So basically, it trickles down. The next rework for a Black Fate core is the pirate girl. I forgot her name. Who's that, guys? The one the one that was reworked before, and it's going to be reworked again. Who was that? The sexy pirate lady or the captain? Yeah, Reed Marie, correct. Yeah. So Reed Marie is actually, I think, going to get either another skin or another Fate core, or she's going. I think it's going to be a Fate core. So for Dorka, I wanna talk to you guys more on Dorka, the design. Who actually likes the design? The current design of Dorka. Let me just flash Dorka on my screen so that for those who haven't seen her design yet, you could actually comment on how she looks. So this is actually FC Dorka, I hope that she is going to be Gold Fate Core. It should be Gold Fate Core because she's a general first and foremost. And what are your impressions of her new design? Actually, I like it. I kind of like it in the weird way, but I haven't seen her animations yet. So I'm actually holding my judgment on her animations. First glance, it's nice. It's really hardcore. So, and there are a lot of comments actually Facebook, also in Discord that looks like bondage. Yeah, I hope it's gold too as well. So Turban. So well, I think her release is actually very timely because at this point she is actually her stock is actually on top, and once she gets her fate core she's going to stay there. She's going to stay there, and I hope she doesn't get too overpowered. Like for example, who's the overpowered what they call general that we have? Um, I don't think we have an OP general. I think most of the generals are actually balanced. The one fate core that I think is very OP is actually Talia. She is actually OP in terms of her having tons of heals. Carry, you think Carry is OP? Well, I think so. We haven't seen Carry yet. Whether I have yet to get data for PvP on how Carry is performing in the top 50 for Asia server. I think her kit is OP, but again, it has to apply to the real, real world. Hello, welcome to the stream, guys. For those who just joined in, so we're actually talking about talking about Dorka and her impending release. Okay, so actually, I saw a couple of comments that global server is a bit different from us in terms of tier list, and there are different teams dominating. So I'm curious to see that as well. If you guys have someone who's playing in global and would like to guest on a stream, then probably that person could play PvP so that we could see actually the meta for that one. Yeah, I kind of agree that carries countering Dork already. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, it's really exciting to see both um going at it in PvP, especially carries would be in the top 50, Dork in the top 50 as well, and it's good to have that that rivalry with new generals. Hello, welcome to the stream, guys. For those who just came in, um, again, she's going to be a hot commodity. I'm sure that everybody. Can you show me top player teams? Okay. I'll just finish this. I'll just finish this one so that I'll show you guys where I get my data for the top teams in PvP. It's actually within the game. So you just have to go to PvP. So battle, you have here Zebelstunir. Um Theon, I'll show this first, then I'll answer your question. This is actually where I look at the current ranking. So if it's this is actually the total ranking right now. So you can actually view the top teams here. What each person is actually bringing. So and also you can see the data for the previous season. You can also view the teams that that player is bringing. So you can actually view under total ranking. You can view here the top 50. So this is where I get my data for the top, top teams in PvP, the top heroes. And I want to ask FC Schmid and FC Schufraken can't be in one team because of synergy. Well, in terms of Schufraken's team, I don't think Schmid is actually needed there. There's a certain team wherein Schmidt really shines, in which he is mostly viable in Greenland and in Lenombe, because mainly because of the win condition for those teams are basically based on the attack. Either a defensive team or an offensive team. That is why he doesn't work well with Shufraken. Shufraken's team is more on making you suffer without mana. Then eventually Valentina has the kicker and you totally don't have mana. So it's a stall, it kind of stalling you for the ultimate skill for Valentina or even her S1. FC Dorka will probably become immune to nullify healing. Um we'll see. I'm really excited that you have these ideas, guys. And throwing it out there. That's actually a good one, but again, she would be too powerful, I think, if we give her nullify heal. So Davon, welcome to Exos. Welcome, man. So hope you enjoyed the stream as well. And yeah, FC Schmid has his own fit. He doesn't really, basically what I see with North One Frosty, it's really a combo team. You need to for the win condition, you have to have certain steps to be applied to be able to win. So the ultimate win there is applying FC Valentina's S1 or S2. So you have to build that up. You have to prevent your opponents from casting, from attacking, or killing FC Valentina. That is why FC Schmidt is not really, it's not really built for that team. It's more of stalling in terms of preventing them from casting anything. Yes, definitely FC Valentina is going to be the key in that team. Shufraken, the only additions that have been very good are also is Tantalo because of damage immunity. He's actually that skill of his where he gives damage immunity when a hero is hit with a critical hit. That's actually critical. And also Dorka's S1. Dorka in that team is actually what do you call this? It's actually crucial because Dorka initially has the what do you call this? Has the first stall of the game. So Dorka stalls, then Tantalo continues the stall with the damage immunity. So that is where Northwood Frosty actually excels. And it's really hard to counter Dorka unless you are faster than Dorka. That's the problem with that team. Can you show me top 16 teams? Okay, I'll just finish this again. I didn't see your question back right there. I'll show you the top 16 teams. We'll actually have a preview on what they are composed of right now, so that we could discuss it as well. So again, back to Dorka. So I think she'll be maintaining her OPness, and I hope that the OPness is counterable. So that's actually what I mean. Yes, also Rhinor. I've had also comments about Reiner, how she's OP. I haven't seen her in. I've seen her once in action in. I don't know, guys, if you've seen Dreadnought. He's actually a very good YouTuber as well. Covering Exos. If you have, if you would go to his channel, the last PvP he brought, he's actually in global server. The last PvP he brought was actually Rhinor. So actually, he made it work. He was in the top 50 for global for that time. Shufraken, Tantalo, Dorka, Valentina, and the last would either be Lepin or Misty. So that is actually the component that is what they call this. That is making North Von Frosty very strong. Really, you haven't gotten Schmid yet? Um, String of Creation actually is really either you get very very lucky or you get very very unlucky. So it's really a gamble when you go to the stream of creation. That is why I would not recommend the stream of creation unless you are at the end game already, that you have a lot of zest and you want to spend on something. But if you're an early player that you are actually what do you call this, that you are actually starting out, I don't want to suggest stream of creation. It's a actually a trap. It's a zest trap. So even you have 200,000 zest, really? That's nice. I haven't had that, that big of a zest. The most zest that I actually have saved up was around 30. So very good, man. You're actually on track to get multiple copies of Dorka. We'll just finish this, guys. This battle. These three battles actually. Then we'll go to the top 16 and let's preview those teams. Okay. So, but by the way, what is your guess on Dorka's what do you call this theme? What do you think? Which theme do you think she would belong to based on what you've seen in her design? Well, actually, guys, I don't blame you for saving for Dorka. If I'm not, I actually want to save for Dorka, but I'm a content creator, so I usually would like to summon for the next the newest best thing. So that is why I usually run out of zest. But I promise I won't spend another single zest until Dorka goes out. I think I'm at 8,000 right now. So it's really a lot to save for. So hopefully I will not spend any more zest except probably for PvP. So again, what's the theme that you think Dorka will be in? Based on the past what do you call this? The past themes that we've had for Exos. In terms of our Fate Core, what do you think is her theme? Anybody can guess or probably just suggest. And also, guys, do aside from Nullify Heal that was mentioned as probably an addition to Dorka, what other skills do you think she needs? Well, Davon, in terms of North Von Frosty, you really have to start with one. You have to start with one good team. It really depend on what you want to focus on, what you want to build, especially on the gameplay. If you're comfortable using that team, then you can really use it. But I think that if you're really advanced in using North Von Frosty, then go for it, man. It's actually a very good team to build. That North Von Frosty was actually the first team that I had when I started this game, and that was what, more than a year ago. So I started with North Von Frosty and eventually moved on to other teams. So eventually you start with the one, then next is developing other teams as well. Okay. Moon Knight, your guess is black and white. Could be, could be, could be. let's see the themes later and also compare and try to more or less see where she might fall. Okay? So let's just finish this battle that I have in front of me. It's actually taking long. Let's do this manually so that I could finish this off kind of quick. Well, that is going to be really OP. If you give her silence, then it's gonna be game over, man. She's going to be the most powerful general perhaps. And as you can see, Exos or line games doesn't have the habit of nerfing that much. They don't nerf heroes. If you notice, if there's an overpowered hero, they would usually put out just another hero to counter it. So to nerf a specific hero, they put out another hero. That's their formula more or less in terms of nerfing a type of hero. So as you can see here, guys, if you've seen here, I'm actually battling North Von Frosty team. This team is actually an auto, and actually it's actually very hard to combat. I didn't realize that this is North Von Frosty until I manualed it. So hopefully I can still win this one. So as you can see here, I'm also using what do you call this? FC Genai, the new red fate core that I got. I actually love her design more here. The new FC the red fate core, by the way. And also, by the way, guys, if you recall, they also released a red fate core for Dorka. So if you want to compare which is going to be better, the new gold one or the red, which would you prefer for FC Dorka? In terms of design, that is. Because red doesn't have that much skills. So again, as you can see here, I'm actually trapped already. Oh, you like the red one? I think it's kind of unique actually. It has more of a mech fusion design. As you can see here, guys, the team that I have in front of me that I'm losing to is Dorka. You have Valentine at the back, Shufraken, and you have Ramji. Ramji is actually here, and that's Lepin on the other side. Yes, true. Very modern. It's actually a fresh design for Red Fate Course to be modern or with a tech twist. Because again, they're exploring more on the parallel world wherein there's copies of our existing Fate Cores. So it's really hard to battle. As you can see, guys, I'm already mana binded by this team. This is only I can't get rid of Valentine at the back. So this has been my problem. If I did this in if I did this in manual earlier, I could have won with Jin. But if you manual this is going to be if you're against North Von Frosty, it's really a difficult team to handle, especially in auto. So I'm gonna lose this one, guys. It's okay. Just gonna finish this up. We will see the top 16 next. So again, Lepin is actually crucial here because again she gives HP, then she revives, and it's really a pain if she does that. So I lose the last battle, which is okay. Let's move on to the top in PvP. Top 16. The top 16 actually, guys, most of the teams there that I see are the unique ones, the most unique teams that probably one or two players just bring. So let's start with 16. 16 is double arms. I usually see him in the top 16. So as you can see here, oh, so it's going to be Wasted Red with Misty, Carrie, and Dorka. This is insane. So you have both of them in the same team. So notice that Dorka is actually, Carrie has moved up already. Correct. That's true as well. Usually, whales actually are mostly on top because they have more resources to spend. As next is let's take a look at 15. 15 is a Wasted Red team with Misty, Schmid, and Dorka. So right now, the Wasted Red team is actually a Wasted Red team is it doesn't have Maggie or Annie anymore. Yes, guys, you said it. So as you can see here, this is 14. You have Reiner here already. You have Reiner. This team is more on Estoris Republic, and they don't even have a healer here. So Reiner, you have Schmid, you have Estoris. Hey guys, sorry. Can you hear me, guys? Actually, I had to switch modem because my other provider actually was down. Anyway, so we're here. This is actually where we left off. This is actually where I think I see what do you call this? See Reiner here. This is also with um Greenland. Ooh, Ramji. Ramji is actually here. Ramji and Iris. So let's go to number 12. Hope the others will come back. Actually, Reiner has been all over the place. She's the next OP. Shikaru, you can actually guest in one of my streams. Or you can actually show you can actually show me or share me your video. You can actually share it through Google Drive, then give me access to it so that I could download that video. Next would be number 11. Oops. Sorry. Gonna reboot my phone. It's gonna load up, guys. Actually, I'm no longer playing in emulator because it freezes or crashes often. So I'm actually reverting to my phone for video, especially for PvP. Okay, can you share me the link for that one? Can you share me the link for that video? we can actually display it now here. What's the name of your channel? Is it Shikaru as well? It's gonna look for it. Um, okay, so the video name is actually Reiner, just Reiner, right? Okay. I'll pause this and I'll show this here. Okay. So let's see Reiner. Let's see how big of a damage she has. Crit. Can't see the damage. Whoa. Crit. All crits. Shikaru, what level is your Reiner here? Yeah, actually looks good. How high did you progress already? Master, Grand. Did you climb Master? You're asking me? I'm actually playing in Asia server. Okay, we're back. How high have you climbed in PvP? Let's go back to really. So you have, of course. So in terms of rank, you are what's the highest that you climbed? Um, did you enter legend already with that Reiner? No, or you actually went to grand or to master? Okay, where did we leave off last time? So this was it. This was the one who I showed you guys. Okay. So this was the one, guys, that I showed you in terms of Rhinor in Greenland composition. And the next was, I think, number 12. Again, she's here with the stories. So you have here Rhinor, Garf, with the stories of Janai, Shell, and Witchmit. So as we go higher, so this is 12. You have your 11th. You also have Rhinor here. So this is Wasted Red, Stories, and Rhinor. So this team actually looks good. I can actually do this team. I just have to. Who was my third stringer? My fifth stringer. Okay. So Wasted Red. Most of Reiner's compositions would be Wasted Red, Stories, and Greenland. So if you guys want to build a Reiner team or a Reiner composition, so those are the teams that I see here. That team, best team is Junai, Shell, Misty, Rhinor, and Jin. I can actually agree as well. So this one, this is number 10, top 10. This is the top 10. So we don't have Rhinor here. This is mainly composed of this is an old build which you have Greenland and Wasted Red, and that's it. And with Schmidt. Number 9. Take a look at number 9. I think the Jin that he's referring to is going to be the Gold Fate Core. Jin, am I correct, or the Black Fate Core? Actually, that's a good suggestion, Sturbin. In terms of a variation of PvP, there should be a limit on generals. A variation, like for example, we have Zibidstun here, we have Arcverse, then probably another variation of PvP wherein you limit your generals so that it's more of it actually players are actually forced to be creative in their teams. Master of Risen, I agree 100%. It's really hard to get good heroes. If not for playing since launch, I wouldn't have a good team as well. So it's really, and the rates are actually very silly low. So that is actually one of the things that I don't like in pulling for gotcha for Exos. The rates are very low. Black one is better. Okay, I'll try the black one. I will actually have two. I'll actually show you guys my team later. What I've built for PvP. It's not. I don't really want to chase after the meta. I want to have a fun team that can compete. Correct. Yeah. Going back to this, guys, this is number 9. So as you can see here, Misty is here. Reiner is actually back. You have Kari, and you have Tantalo, and you have Talia here. So let's go with number 8. Currently, this ranking is actually currently this week. But this might change based on what will be happening tomorrow. I'm sure there will be changes in PvP. Okay, so what you have here is actually a mix already. So you have Luna, you have Garf, you have Wasted Red majority, then you have Carry, and you have Dorka as well. This guy is in number 8. As for carry right now, I don't really know how to build carry. I haven't tried yet. Guys, what is the best build do you think for carry right now? Rate the heroes that are not FC that will help me a lot in of new players. Well, there are a lot of good. If you're asking me which non-FC player that you can build on for the future, there are a lot. Rudley is one. Rudley is my common suggestion in terms of what to bring if you're a beginner. The other is Baraka if you want to go the Linombe route. Who else? Generals are actually good. In general, no pun intended. Most of the generals are good. Starter generals that are good, particularly, will be Bathory. It will also be Garf for starters. This is only starters. Um, who else? Garf, Bathory. My beginner pick for generals, if it's a non-fate core, would be Bathory. That's just it. Just curious, is there an announcement regarding if it's possible to get the red FC Janai if missed during the event? Usually what Exos does is they give FCs as other rewards and other events. So I won't be surprised if they'll be giving out if you miss red FC Janai now, I won't be surprised if they'll give her out again in some kind of event in the future. Yeah, correct. Probably next year because they usually would give out red or any type of fate core, then probably have it. Have the current players get it first, then have a couple of months pass, then they'll give it again to another. To the what do you call this, to the whole community again. As for those who haven't joined the game, let's say for example, if there are new players in the future, I'm sure they would want to get red Fate Core Juna as well. Oh yeah, sorry. Dorka is actually good as well to start with. So Dorka, Bathory, Garf, who else? Starter. Shufraken as a starter, it's really hard to build around Shufraken if he's not FC. Who else? Rachel, not really good as well. Rachel has to have his fate core, and who else? Am I missing some of the generals? The generals, the new ones. Rhinor is actually good to start. Who else? Forgot the others. Janai is not really good. Only if it's going to be her fated. She has to have her FC, and she has to have a good, decent attack as well. Is the only way to get FC summoning. So far, yes. Some are actually through the events. So if they do have events like the last time that they gave out characters or FCs. There are some FCs. I actually got my FC Deva in an event that was actually a very old event. They gave her out through an event. So um watch out for events. They usually give out FCs through events as well. Okay, guys, let's continue with this. So this is the seventh one, also with Rhinor. This is actually more of Greenland build with a splash of Misty and with Carry. Carry is actually going to be very popular. And Rhinor. There are a lot of faces in PvP right now. In yeah, that as well. The mythic event where you could buy a general FC, and also don't forget this, guys. A lot of beginners are actually sleeping on this what do you call this, on this event, the Eternal Bond. So also do not this is also a good way to get generals. So just play the game every day, log in, and there's a bond progress. So yeah, you can actually choose a general that you would like. So each month it's usually a random pair of generals, but at least you get to choose from two. So this is actually one of the best things that they rolled out. Before, when we started way back and launched, this was non-existing. So you had to basically, go after your own general or your own FC through summoning. Let's go back. Talia actually just finished, I think. Or no. It's still it's is it still ongoing? The bond for FC Talia? I'm not sure because I already finished mine. Let's go back to the top 16. So we were at 7. So 6. This is a mix of it's a mix of everything. You have Schmid, you have Tantalo for Greenland, you have this is actually a mix. Very mixed. So one hero per nation. So Dorka, Rudley, Schmid, Tantalo, and Misty. So the buffs actually don't come into play in this one. Oh, see. So 10 more days. That's going to be quick. Talia, one of the heroes that really is very very good. If you have her, very very good. Um, I don't know why they gave her a high stat for dodge. She is actually good at dodging. That is why she's actually very good in surviving. Okay, let's move on to the top 5. So top 5 as of now, as of today, this is as of today. So you have Dorka again here. You have Bathory, you have Tantalo. This is also a mix. The only nation that I see here is going to be Greenland. Bathory, Rera, Tantalo, plus Dorka, and you have here Carry. So number 4, guys, we're reaching the top 3. So number 4, this is going to be a stories based plus Wasted Red plus Rhinor. I'm going to try this team out. I'll show you guys after this. My team, my what do you call this? My lineup, that the ones that I'm using right now for PvP. Let's go to the top 3. Top 3 is definitely Wasted Red. You have here Stories and Rhinor. I'm going to build this team. Next would be Wasted Red team with Carry and with Schmidt. So Carry definitely going up. And the top team right now is composed of, this is weird, Anastasia is here, of this one. So Dorka and Naomi is here. Carry, Maggie. I think this is just for defense. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the team that I have. That is why I'm. So I have here stories with Shell and with Janai, Redley, and what they call this, and Garf, and I have here Jin. So if I swap out Jin, I can actually bring in Reinor. So this is going to be good. You need plus 10 core sharing to make Reiner shine. She needs at least 10,000 attack. Yes, I agree. I agree. So I won't be doing it now. Probably next week. I haven't built Reiner yet, but I'll do a showcase right now for my PvP. I'm just gonna finish these 5 battles. Gonna do this in manual. The reason why I actually brought this team, guys, is because I wanted to counter Dorka. um Dorka is fast, but I built my FC Jin also fast. He has, but I tell you guys, he's fast. So let's take off auto. Let's take out, what I usually do is take out the fastest as well. So what I do is mana bind the fastest so that it's only gonna be basic attack. Next, I think is going to be Redley. So gonna go with S2 for Redley. Actually, I like this team. This team is actually well balanced. Janai's attack for me is, I think, 10,200 or 10,300. I forgot. So I don't actually go after Talia. So my strategy when I usually encounter Greenland is I ignore Talia. Completely ignore her. Then Shell actually takes care of the shield. All of them are in charm or are charmed. So no problem. I like this team, guys. This is for me a fun team. Um um what do you mean you need 3 of her? Which one? Reiner? Let's do an S2 for Garf. By the way, I like the new young Garf, the one that they teased. I like that Garf very much. The design, okay, Reiner. Yeah. I think I only have 2 copies of Reiner as well. So one Transcend and one original. So I don't know where I'm going to get the others. And also I really like, I can't express enough how I like the new red FC Janai. She's very young here. As you can see, her face is smaller. Yeah, correct. Garf is going to be badass when we get his new Fate Core. We have a young Garf and we have a young Valar already. Not the girl version, the guy version that just arrived. The last time I brought this team in PvP, I was in Grand, I think. Yeah, I was in Grand, but I couldn't go past. I finished 99 ranked. So I spent a lot of zest actually just ranking that up. Actually, that is a good question. Do you think they give those red fate cores their own exclusive weapon? I think, my opinion, I think they should, because again, the appeal of the red fate cores for me is actually the aesthetic, how they look, and if they add a weapon to that, I think it would be better. Because again, Exos is not just a strategy game; it's a game also of aesthetics, how the character looks. A lot of players are would like to customize the look of their hero. So again, I would also suggest that they give their own new weapons for the Red Fate cores. New Garf with Young Valar is very good, and Data Mine is going to be released. Okay. When do you think? I'm really curious about the new Garf. And yeah, the new Garf. Let's just finish this, guys. Oh, okay. Warden, have you seen the Red FC of Carry? Is it's available for trial? Red FC for Carry. I think I've seen it already. It I think it might be the next Red Fate Core or probably Dorka. Yeah, I've seen also the Red Schmidt, also cool as well. You not tried on your team new Valar? Not yet. To be honest, I haven't summoned for the new Valar because I'm saving my Zest up for Dorka. I was about to I was about to summon for Valar, and I realized that I think I have to wait for you know who's gonna come next because it's going to be a new month, and it's already a new month. It's October 2, and more or less for the new month, they're going to release a gold fate card first. So I don't want to spend what Zest I have and might not even get the new Valar. His kit is actually very good, and I hope I can get him in the future. Okay. What was my question last time? Okay. Dorka. Okay, guys, here's the last question on Dorka. Do you think that after her release, the hype for Exos would die down? Because right now, everybody is just waiting for Dorka. Everybody's waiting for her. That is why everybody is so hyped up. Then what next? What after that? What's the next hype? I hope there's a next hype for Exos because and also for content, I wish that they would put out, more content so that, in terms of your dailies, not just for events. Because right now, if you are a new player, it's still good for you to have these content. But yeah, Mythic Rude, I forgot about Mythic Rude. So one of the frustrations that I've had is also not getting Misty. I don't have Misty yet. So hopefully I could get Mythic Rude. I see some post in group of Mythic Rude after Dorka. Hopefully I could get him because I, I don't have any Mythic at this point. Yeah, hopefully. I'm also hoping for Exos Heroes. When I started, guys, just for those of you who weren't able to start during launch, the hype on Exos was really, really promising. Really, really promising. There were a lot of content creators covering the game. You have Casino was covering the game. You have Kyrie Mobile covering the game. You have Dreadnought, me, who else? There were a lot, there's a lot of hype in the game, and there was a lot of optimism that the game is going to be good. It's actually good for a time, but it kind of waned down, especially if you have an old player base already looking for new content. So more or less, I hope that they could just hype up the content, the playable daily content, because it's going to be a cycle where if some of the old players are getting tired of content, they will just leave the game. And I actually agree that there will be new players coming in, but again, it would be good if we could maintain the whole community with you have older players, you have newer players. Misty plus 5 is powerful, bro. Well, I don't have her. I don't have her at this point. I'd like to have her because she's good with the Wasted Red. I actually play. My primary team is actually Wasted Red. My secondary team is actually Story. So I've merged kind of the two and come up with this lineup. So I had a lot of teams in the past, but I decided to develop Wasted Red and Stories because I like how their teams are, are being constructed, and the variety of heroes as well. Misty S1 gives increased damage to target, kind of good if you ask me. Yeah, true. Well, in terms of adding a mini game, it's mini games are actually good. They already have a lot of mini games built into the game itself. But if you want my opinion, the dragon, actually the Holy Dragon Grounds, is actually a good event. The only reason why it's overlooked as an important event because of the rewards. But again, Holy Dragon Grounds is was one of the top events when this game started. And they could actually put similar kind of events with a big boss that everybody can take down, um and get rewards as well. So I used to play, guys. I've been playing gotcha games for what, good 5 years, 7 years. I started out with Marvel Future Fight, if you guys remember that. I then transferred to Raid Shadow Legends, which was a very, for me, was I didn't really like how the gotcha system is as well, so I left the game. But in terms of content, Raid has actually a has good content. In terms of the clan system, the what they call this, there are dungeons where a specific nation can only enter that, what they call this, that dungeon. So those kinds of things. Co-op is actually good. I'm actually covering Counterside right now, and co-op is one of the things that keeps a player base also together. So again, so again, co-op is one of the things. Actually, the problem with Exos is if we run co-op, I hope they do it right, because right now in Arcverse hasn't been running yet. Who here has played Arcverse recently and says that it's running good? Who of you guys? Yeah, I agree with the one Miguel. Bugs are one of the things that deters people from staying in this game. Um, they especially in the no, the playing experience, the lags. What else? Arcverse could have been good content, except that it has been done. It wasn't done right. Yeah, again, Arcverse needs a lot of work. I'm just gonna finish this out, guys, and let's take a look at, I'm just gonna finish this match, then we'll go out of here. Let's see what are the events that we have on a daily basis. The dailies are actually good for me, because it's a small part of what you do every day. But the main thing for me is, I think, the challenges. The challenges they have to update. They have to update the challenges, because right now the challenges are not enough. And the exclusive weapons, correct? The exclusive weapons, they can actually have a giveaway on the exclusive weapons, part of probably an event. They actually did give away an exclusive weapon selector before. I think it was during the first year anniversary, if I can remember. First year anniversary for global. R1 weapon in data mine. I haven't seen that yet. Yep, correct. Let's go out. Let's go out, guys, into. Okay, so this is where we spend our dailies, right? So we have growth. So this is going to be quick. The growth part, this is actually also boring at this point. I actually am happy that they have a quick battle for this one. Then you have the Benstunier, of course. You have battle. You have Arcverse. Arcverse, they actually need to they actually need to repair this again and again. This is what I'm talking about. These bunch of um, of content, side story, hero battle, they are very very repetitive, and for me it doesn't really have to be here at this point. Upier's Labyrinth is actually good. One of the things that I like about Exos is actually Upier's Labyrinth. If they expanded Upier's Labyrinth, this is actually going to be very good. If you guys remember, or if you weren't here before, Upier's Labyrinth had one of the most one of the best rewards. The rewards right now, as you can see, I think this is going to be 200. The next is going to be 100 and or 150, then 100, then 50. The zest for Upier's Labyrinth before was actually more than what it is given now. So they actually nerfed the rewards at some point. Embodiment of Avarice, this content is also good because it requires you to have different good heroes for a different element. So this is actually good. Um they should actually just improve the rewards on this as well. Infinity Core, I'm not too how can I say this? I'm not inclined to play Infinity Core because the reward although the rewards here are good. So if you can see Haywon Store, the rewards here are good, but again, it's not really that impressive for me to spend a lot of grinding here. So I'm gonna take this one while I'm here. So what I usually get here is this. That's it. And I don't even get anymore the Black Fate or the selector ticket for this one. Yes, correct. Embodiment of Avarice, the General Shards. So again, these events that they have are actually good enough. They're good. They just have to add to it. So the Holy Dragon Grounds, you have Raid, of course. You have Infinity Core. You have Embodiment. You have Upier's Labyrinth. They just need to change these two. These two are actually not needed for, I think, at this point. Then improve on PvP. This one should be here. And also, if you can see, um, by the way, guys, how many of you have played what do you call this? Played this one? Have played? I can click A1. Can click him? Memorial Saga, is it closed? Can't click A1 for some reason. Oh yeah, I hear. So how many of you guys have played Memorial Saga? I haven't played any of Memorial Saga because from what I hear, there isn't any reward to it. It's you're gonna have to buy something. So again, this content also has potential, but they really, they really fumbled it. Daily tournament is kind of good. Heroes Challenge is good. The Colosseum actually should be revamped, in my opinion. because it's random usually, and I don't even play it anymore. You have Wog Run Fest. Not a fan actually of this. The mini game as well. The die station. This is actually good because again it provides a little bit of a design for your characters or your heroes. Then you go here. This is your airship, I think. Okay, your airship. I don't see. I haven't even recruited today. Just do one recruit. See what I get. The one thing, the one thing that Exos has been doing good is actually giving a lot of free summons. Free summons, Zess, that's it. But the rates, it's really terrible. Here's Reed Marie. So again, one and done as usual for me. So I have 9,800 Zess. I don't think I'll be summoning for Mahar in probably the next week. I have to save up my Zest. I only have 9,800. Just gonna. This also doesn't have any, doesn't have any addition. You don't get anything good here in the free recruit. This should be scrapped, actually, in my opinion, because they don't really give you that good. Who did you get in the free summons? Misty? So again, guys, just a reminder, we have 8 days for the red. Get the red so that you could get Janai here. So this is, if you have time, if you want to achieve most of this, the weekly missions are actually very doable. And the seasonal missions, most of it is doable. So 8 days to go. 8 days to go, guys, to get your red fate course. Daily quest again is good. The story, I haven't done the story yet. The new story, we have chapter 22. Recently I noticed that the story doesn't have a really formidable boss. That's based on my opinion. This is just based on what I think. The previous chapters, I think the bosses are more challenging, but recently they have been very very easy. Not really very very easy, but easy. I finished it. It's very good. Chapter 22. Who's the boss? Who's the boss in chapter 22? The hardest one. Really? The add function? I haven't gone through one add function. I saw it actually, but I didn't bother to click on it. So it's can get 210 Zest weekly? Really? Gotta explore that. Thanks, man. I thought it was just petty rewards. So I didn't bother to look at the add function. So again, these are good. The new mission, this one, the pass actually, I actually used to buy the Exos pass, this one, because I usually would want to get the last one. This is for the selection ticket for the general. But again, I don't know. I'm actually currently thinking of getting this one or not. The dude with the sheep FC is actually harder than Shufraken in chapter 22. Okay, that I have to see. Last question. Is FC Dorka gold or what? Based on what we have, I think she is going to be gold. She's a general. So most or all of the generals initially get their gold fate course. As you notice, right after the gold, an example would be Garf. After the gold, then he gets his black. So most likely we're going to get a gold fate core for Dorka. Just gonna finish this up, guys. Gonna receive this rewards. Then what else do we have? The core raid actually is also due for a revamp, for if I may say. Also guys, if you haven't noticed, we get shards here, right? This one used to be seven shards, not 3. If you guys still remember that. So that this event also has been watered down. Just gonna get this, have extra Genais. And also what I hate about this is the refresh is Zest as well. See? And you get nothing. Just gonna finish this, guys. Yeah, I forgot. We were speculating on the theme for FC Dorka. Let me just receive this, guys. Then we'll go to the themes. Okay, so going straight to, gonna go straight to Fate Core. Okay, so Dorka, FC Dorka. So what was done recently? Black and white. If your best bet is black and white, it could be black and white. We still have one gold fate core here that's missing. Who is the player here that has the most FC plus 30? Fate cores? Not sure. Anyway, going back to this, so black and white can be an option for Dorka. So more or less, she is going, if it's going to be Dorka, gonna be here. She is more or less going to get corruption. This is actually their what do you call this? Their standard passive. Increase attack. If just in case Dorka is going to be in black and white. So this is going to be good news as well. Upon receiving health generation effects can be stacked up to 5 times. So this is going to be crazy if corruption is going to be applied to Dorka. I tell you guys, this is going to be crazy. Yes, correct. I think so too. The aesthetic actually matches black and white. Let's try others. Let's try the others. She can be in Great Brun, but it doesn't match the design. Obviously not. Twisted Fate can also. No, I don't think so. Kinda. What do you think? Twisted Fate for Dorka? Twisted Fate, if she's going to join Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate, if she's going to join here, I think they will share the passive for separate goals. I think, yeah. If there are 3 or more living allies at the start of the round, after the first round, increases own attack. defense and maximum health by 25%. So it can be stacked up to 2 times. So she's gonna receive that if she joins Twisted Fate. Dragon Watcher Dorka seems viable to be in Twisted Fate. Yep. The other one that I think is also possible could be could be Brun. Could be in Brun, but the aesthetic is kind of off if she's going to be here. Just in case, the passive that is going to be here is, I think, going to be Flag of Providence. So this is going to be increased defense of 20% for each back row hero and attack by 20% for each front row hero at the start of the battle. So she's going to get this one. There are actually a lot of possibilities for Dorka, guys. So again, it's going to be a lot of fun speculating because we have 1, 2, and 3. So 3 possibilities for her to land in, unless if she's going to be a new theme, which I highly doubt it. Probably my ranking would be number 1 would be Black and White. Next would be Journey of the Fate, and the last would be the Great Brun, just because of the aesthetic. So more or less, this is going to be her theme. Top 3 themes that she's going to fall on. Yeah, me as well. Kind of the closest would be Black and White. So I'm just gonna showcase to you guys what I have. More or less the ones that I've been developing so far. I mentioned a while ago that I've been developing Wasted Red and Astoria. So as you can see here, I just don't know why Maggie has an attack of 10,000. I don't know why, but she's at 10,000. I'm not sure how I built her. I forgot. But her new passive is going to enjoy that. What's her new passive which benefits from her attack? So this one increases on attack by 30% upon hitting an attack. 1 per round can be stacked up to 5 times. So I'm not sure how this happened. I don't know why. Have you tried rework Otard on Wasted Red? Well, I haven't tried Otard on Wasted Red yet. My opinion on her rework. This is actually her second rework already. So I think it's not enough. It wasn't the rework wasn't enough to decrease defense of all enemies of own defense upon defeating an enemy with own skill. The problem with this passive is the kicker is that she actually has to kill that enemy. What if she doesn't kill that enemy? So she doesn't apply the decreased defense on all enemies by 30% of her own defense. So again, the kicker, if this is going to be if the enemy is killed by anyone, then this would be good. But if it's going to be, she should defeat that enemy, then I think that this would be hard to pull off. It really depends. I haven't used her actually, but I think she's actually viable. She can be used actually. Imagine having all the speculation and hype and her leak stuff, and then she gets released past next New Year. I don't think so. That would be too cruel already for Exos Heroes or for line games. That would be very cruel if her release was going to be January, February. People will really, really, really hate Exos at that point. Oh, yes. Any suggestions for what Guardian Stones to get for Awakening? Okay. Rule of thumb for Awakening. This is my rule. This is only my rule. I actually awaken most of my units with red, or as you can see here, red is actually HP, right? So I usually awaken them with red to increase their base HP. Because again, if you wanna bring them in certain, in higher stages of content, you need more HP. So awaken them with red. The only time that I didn't awaken a certain person with red is, I think, this guy Schmidt. So if you unawaken him, it's going to be defense. Okay, so he actually needs defense. But mostly if you don't need additional stats for not that one. For Garf, I actually awakened Garf here. I awakened Garf through HP as well. So um if you don't need specific stats to be increased, like Schmidt or a Shufraken, go with HP. All 6 HP, but once they're awakened, I would suggest you equip them with mixed sets. So what I have here for Jin, let's say this is my usual thing. So 4, so that you may get the 4 set effect of HP, then 2 other colors. Because again, the reason why you have to mix and match, so that you don't have to be guard broken that often. Yep, correct. Do you think green would be a good for gold Jin though? Um, Green is giving him dodge, right? So far, um, for me, dodge is actually good for survivability. So far, I've used him in PvP. There are a lot of stats that give him actually dodge. You can actually increase his dodge through his, what do you call this, through his equipment. I think green is going to be good, but not as good as HP. Again, HP is really, the one that gives every hero their survivability. Will unawaken him. I also went with red so far. Naomi is also needed defense. Yes, correct. No red, but after green for Jin with red. Okay. Naomi FC deal damage depending on defense. Correct. But again, so far the rule of thumb is if they don't need any stat adjustments, go with red for their base for awaken, then go with the ideal color for that. For this one, I went just with HP. Just to, I'm actually a fan of HP when it comes to survivability, not so much with defense. HP is one of the things that keeps keeps a hero survivable, especially in PvP. Also, the higher stages of chapters, you also need the high HP for you to clear those as well. Okay, that's nice to know. Naomi gets 10,000 K defense. No need her blue fate core. Oh, sorry, the blue guardian stones. Okay, so that's it. So basically, these are again going back to what I have. So Janai for me already has 10,001 attack. I don't know why she is still highlighting a red. So we just need to polish this additional stats. So for Janai, guys, attack is going to be her bread and butter. Most of you guys know it already. For Redley, if you're gonna build Redley, it's going to be attack or attack speed. This Redley, I actually stripped this Redley with attack speed This one, the fifth level. It he used to have attack speed before. Most of it is actually in Jin as of the moment, because I needed Jin to have a high attack speed to overtake Dorka. So basically, what I did was, to overcome North Von Frosty, I designed Jin to have 200 attack speed. I don't know if that is sufficient, but for the Dorcas that you've seen out there, what do you think is her max attack speed? Janai with her rats. So have you seen Dorka go over 200 attack speed? Because if that is the case, I still need to improve on Jin's gear. So this one is plus 324, so that is basically the max already. This is 3.6. The boot is actually hit. I still have to change this, and the rest are also attack speed. So I usually have more success if Jin is has more attack speed than Dorka. Okay, so Annie I haven't used that much in PvP anymore, except for PvP tag. Jin also for PvP tag, I use him. Garf mainstay. Schmid, I actually had to build Schmid. I'm actually building Seowa right now. There's also an OP team with Schmid and Seowa. So Seowa, I still need. Where is Seowa? Seowa, I still need. Where is her? Uh huh. Rhinor. Oh, here she is. She's at 90, and I don't know if she's good to be played. This version of mine is good to be played in PvP, but I'll try her as well. So actually, Legger is. I've tried out Legger. I really don't. I haven't really seen her perform well in PvP, so I've tried her in PvP tag. She's kind of passable for as a healer in PvP tag. She's under stories, so that is why I built her. Adams, um, Adams great with damage, but I prefer actually Jin as utility for what do you call this, for PvP. Shell, she's recently just been good because of my Janai. Yeah, really? Not sure if she's this build is good. She actually has oh yeah, I forgot. She is still in rank 1 gear. So before I bring her to PvP, I still need to rank up her gear to rank 2. So let's do it now. Yeah, I know. I know. That is why I wanted to try to build her. Just gonna rank up her gear to rank 2. As soon as I rank her gear, all of her gears to rank 2, I can actually bring her ready. Gonna polish this. That's great. Gonna gonna uh forge. I was actually while we're the subject of what do you call this, vagabond, I was actually excited for Awakened Zeon to get his Fate Core, but not the red one. I was actually supposed to build Awakened Zeon beside Schmid for PvP. That was actually the plan, but it didn't happen. So really funny because I really expected them to put out a red Awakened Zeon. So let's just level this up, guys. Then forge again. And polish. Yeah, I forgot to rank her gear to rank 2. So she is at par with Tantal already. See? Only 2 gears so far at rank 2, but she's on par with Tantalo in terms of combat power. I want to try to, but for that I have to get for sharing build him too. Do you mean Awakened Xeon? Awakened Xeon's build is actually is also a good build. Um the kit that he has, I like it solely for attack, all out attack. So so far, I want to show you guys what I'm building now. Currently for Signature Force Lenombe, I haven't considered Lenombe right now as one of my builds. Can we see your FC Tantalo? Okay, I'll go back to FC Tantalo. Pick him in bond and want to build him right. My FC Tantalo, since I wasn't what my FC Tantalo actually doesn't have unleash potential, because what happened last time is I realized that sorry, I realized that I wasn't going to make Greenland as my prime, so I actually reset his unleash potential. But again, Tantalo is pretty much very pesky. He is already at um Fate Core +3 and +11 enhancement. I think you just need to build this up to 16, because 16 really gives the Fate Core a lot of buffs. So as for gear, it's just very simple. Actually, I still use Tantalo in tag PvP, but I used to use him before in PvP. So again, guys, for those who are considering to enhance their Fate Cores, 16 is actually one of the most acceptable level. It really requires a lot of Mew, but again, at 16, the buffs are really ridiculous. The only time that I went to 21 is here with Janai, because I wanted to bring Janai's attack to a little bit higher. So as you can see here, every time you enhance above 21, it's a big bump. So that's 20. Even for combat power, it really increases a lot. So at 16, let's have a sample here for Maggie. If you enhance Maggie, the bump is also significant. So attack, it's going to be a +18. Above 16. Okay, just want to finish up, guys, the stream. I'm going to do a stream every Saturdays, more or less the same time, or is 3 o'clock. I'm not sure where you guys are in the world, but I started the stream 5 in the afternoon Philippine time. If you guys are good with 3 o'clock, I can move the stream at 3 in the afternoon of the Saturdays. Then it's good. So just just comment down in this video, or you can chat it here, more or less what time you guys prefer in terms of streams, or you want a more later time, which in it's gonna be, I would prefer that we have streams for Exos either in the weekends because I wanted to to preview the top teams in PvP in my streams already. Probably on Saturdays or Sundays, but I think Saturdays is going to be much better for you guys. I don't want to to get more of your time on a Sunday, so Saturday is going to be it for Exos. Um, Also suggest what do you want to talk about in the next stream. What do you think is going to be helpful for you guys? Questions that you want to ask me in terms of your teams, in terms of your builds. I suggest you also no drop those questions ahead of time, just in case that I need to do some research on it. Okay, so we will do this stream at 5 again next week. So this is going to be a Saturday thing. And this is actually this is my second time. I did a test stream last week for Counterside, and this is the longest stream so far that I've had. Thank you guys for sharing this stream with me, and I appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday. And put again your comments on what you want to discuss, what you see, what you want to see in future streams, because again for Exos, I think the best would be for PvP. But again, if you want to cover some topics like trending topics on Exos, we can discuss it. So basically the stream right now is more on what is the trending topic that we have for the week. Okay, so if it's good with you guys, we're going to stick with that formula, and more or less I hope we could get a lot of data mine for the next Gold Fate core. I think it's Dorka being dropped is more or less the most hyped gold FC so far, and we need to know when she's going to drop and how she's going to look like in terms of animation, her skills, and hopefully we could get that info within the next few days. Okay, so again, guys, thank you very much for joining me here in the stream. I appreciate all your inputs, all the things that we discussed, and I bid you good night. And I'll see you guys in the Discord. If you don't know my Discord, it's actually in the description of this video or this stream. You can join me there and we could continue this chat over that Discord. Okay? Yeah, Schmid was actually super hyped too when he joined. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Again, for additional comments, suggestions, and anything you want to ask, please put them down in the comment section of this live stream, or you may chat with me directly. I really appreciate your comments, your suggestions, and your presence here in the stream. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you for staying with me for the past hour and probably 30 minutes. And I will see you next week. And if we do have other topics, I could stream midweek as well. But Saturday will be it. Will be my longest stream for Exos Heroes. Okay, guys. Thank you. Hey, just join the stream. Basilis? Guys just came. Hi guys, thank you for joining the stream. Okay, I can extend probably another 15 minutes for the stream. If you guys have any questions, I don't have a problem. So far we've covered a lot of things relating to Dorka. Most of the things are with the new FC that was teased. Sure. You can actually throw a question here. What do you mean archive? FC sharing option that we have on Dorka. Yes, what's the question with the FC sharing? you don't you're asking where the FC where the Fate Core sharing is. Let's go to Fate Cores. We don't get the zest back when we cancel the sharing, right? No. Once you open, let's go to core sharing here. So once you open this, once you cancel this one, you don't get back the zest anymore. So basically, once you cancel this, you can transfer your core sharing to another Fate core. That's just it. So once you, let's say for example, I opened this one, the other side with Sewa, I had to pay I had to pay Zest to have this open. So again, once you pay Zest to have this open, Zest is forever gone. So and also just for those who are new to sharing Fate Core, once you cancel the sharing, there's actually a certain amount of time before you can equip again to another Fate Core. I think it's I'm not sure how many hours it is, but it's going to be long. Not a day, but nearing a day. Fate Core sharing, you just have to when you are actually here. Once you open this one and you select a Fate Core, then you attach it. That's it. Then once you unattach it, it's going to take a while to reattach another Fate Core. Okay. Sorry. You were asking if the stream would be archived. Yes, the stream would be available in the channel as well. So automatically after this one, it's gonna be there. So you can actually view the stream as well. It's possible to give another character. You not or sharing, bro. Okay. Oh, so it's 7 hours. I used FC carry and I leveled it up to level 6 so far. 1,500 says each. Now the Dorka is getting her FC. I'm bummed that all that hard work will be for naught. Okay, so well, that's actually the reality of it. Once Dorka gets her FC, you just have to get her out and choose another one. Another if you haven't opened this second slot for Zeowa, the best one to replace for core sharing is going to be Seowa. Also you can actually have Reiner as core sharing. Reiner is actually good as well. So again, core sharing won't be wasted on what you call this on you opening it. So it's going to still have its value. So don't worry about it. Yeah, I agree. Give it to Reiner, give it to Seowa. Who else? Who else needs core sharing? So far those two are very good. We might have other, other heroes in the future that you can core share, so I'm sure we will have others as well. Welcome, man. Guys, welcome to the stream. For those who came in just now, you could actually use the collab units for core sharing. That as well. I haven't used the collab units that much, so that is why they didn't come to mind. They for me they are actually mostly for collection purposes. Collab units, I'm gonna hold my judgment on that. I'm not sure yet if they're gonna buff them, give them an FC, but more or less, guys, I'm not sure if it's going to happen because it's going to be a collab. And it's actually a shame that they didn't get Fate Course for the collab units. So hopefully in the future they still get their Fate Course. Okay. Okay, guys. So again, thank you so much for passing by the stream. Thank you so much for passing by the stream. And don't forget, for those who were late, the stream is going to start at 5. Probably it's gonna run. Actually, it's gonna run for almost 2 hours already. We started at 5. It's nearly 7 in my clock. Actually, the stream stopped before because I lost the connection. But more or less, this is going to be our timetable from 5 to 7 p.m. This is going to be Philippine time. Yes, it's going to be available for rewatch, so you guys can check it out after the stream. Okay, guys, so thank you very much again. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining my first Exos Heroes stream. So hopefully we could have a lot more topics to discuss in the future. And guys, thank you very much again. I'll see you around. This is the Warden, and I'm going to be out of here. Enjoy your dinner, guys. Have a great evening, and be safe as usual. Bye.